Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we'll say hello to a few friends this morning. Let me see who comes up first. And who's it going to be this morning? Mike from Norland. Andrea, Niagara Falls. Brahim, how are you? The Trinity. And, okay, I can't see without my glasses. Wanted to get a little spot off my eyes there. Tina, Nova Scotia, good morning. And Janice, how are you? Nativity, how are you? Madeleine, Kippawa, Quebec. Kevin, Oshawa, good morning. Nellie, I'm going to say hi to Nativity. She says I miss her every day. Nick, Fran, Orangeville, how are you? Yeah, dreary this morning here too in Sudbury. Donna, Wendy from Markham. And who is that there? Halifax, was that Georgia? And Frida. And Samantha, how are you? Sandy, Chilliwack, British Columbia. Vince from Tirana. Deb from Timmins. And Beverly, Nouveau-Brunswick. And, I can't see it. Karen. And Linda, New Brunswick. Norma, how are you? Alberta. Jude. Troy, New York, good morning. Jeanette. And see, it goes up. I can't see it. Rosa, Montreal, how are you? Chantal, Sudbury. Francis, good morning. Jeanette. And, Newfoundland, who was that? Marilyn, how are you from Edmonton? Carol, good morning from Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. Leela, Werner, Monica, Granby, Quebec. Dale. And Rosalinda. You were in the clouds, Rosalinda. Deed, how are you? And Brahim says he sees Nativity. I never do. Shirley. And Martin River, who was that? Mary Ann in the clouds again. Claudette. Kalar, Austria, how are you? Sue's in the clouds. Denise, I'm glad you came back up because Nicole, Sudbury, how are you? Arlene. And Robin from Connecticut. How are you, Robin? Rita, Wasaga. Marlene. Porto Basque, Newfoundland. Suzanne, Edmonton. Okay, two more. Bonnie, Annandale, Minnesota. And Judy, good morning to you. And I got to say hi to you, Laurie, from Niagara Falls. And Milika. Milika said I missed her again. Eric, how are you, my friend? Excuse me. Okay, I have 7 studies. Was one a news article or a study? Anyway, don't remember. 7 of them. Now, I don't know if I'm going to bring you all 7 this morning. I've been charting these for the last week or so. And I found these interesting, so I flagged them. And then we want to talk about them. Okay, listen to this. It has to do with B12. You know what I think of B12 and vitamin D. I mean, it's almost 2 peas in a pod. I just found that to be the most deficient in the population. B12 and vitamin D. Almost invariably 80 to 90 something percent in the population, low in B12 and low in vitamin D. Now listen to this study. Babies of, okay, here's the headline. Babies from poor B12 level mamas, okay, can end up with anemia and poor motor development. Okay? Now let me just break this down a little bit. Babies born to mummies that are low in B12, the babies got problems later on with anemia and poor motor development, okay? Thirdly, there's a third thing that happens, they found, okay? Looking at women that have low levels of B12 and then have a baby, they followed this for years, and they found the babies didn't do as well. Here's another thing. There was three things. One, they were more susceptible to anemia. Okay? Low red blood cell count. Low hemoglobin. Often low ferritin. But with low B12, down the road for these babies, mommy had low B12, babies more susceptible to anemia, more susceptible to poor motor development. Why? B12 runs the nerves in your body, the myelin sheath. 3, intestines also fail to form properly, not absorbing nutrients like they should for their whole life. Guys, this is groundbreaking in a lot of ways, isn't it? I mean, talk about something that's very important and can be very preventable. I actually talked to a physician the other day about B12. And it was like I had two heads. Like I had two heads. B12, it's almost, it's not even on their radar like it used to be. You know? It's not even on their radar. If they don't flag it, you know, if they just, it's unbelievable. It is such an essential, you know, in the first day of school of nutrition, okay, you learn about vitamins. First day. And I don't think there's anyone, even gurus, my associates, my colleagues that teach, some of them at the university level and whatever, in nutrition, wouldn't agree with a statement I'm just going to make. B12 is vital. Okay? It's vital. It's an important vitamin. And most people need to supplement with it because they don't eat enough red meat. If you want to find B12 in the plant kingdom, good luck with that. Good luck with that. And now what we know about B12, we used to give B12 shots. Now it's almost unheard of. They just don't do it like they used to. Okay? And, but you can take a supplement of B12, a sublingual. It has to be sublingual. A lot of people take B12, or at least they think they're getting it, but they're not taking a sublingual form. They're just swallowing B12, either in a pill or whatever. You can't do that. You're not going to get it. It has to be in a sublingual form. Let it melt in your mouth. And then it gets into your bloodstream because B12 is a very finicky vitamin. And most people are not eating near enough red meat to get their B12. And if you have digestive issues, And that's a big problem in our society today, even more than it ever was. Digestive issues. It starts in the stomach. There's not enough acidity. Why? They don't eat enough red meat. Your body was designed to eat red meat. Your stomach was designed to be more acidic than a tiger's stomach. Hard to believe. Hard to believe, but that's the way your stomach is built. But most people, their pH in their stomach is not acidic enough. They don't break food down properly. And that's because it's like the gallbladder. Use it or lose it. Your stomach, if you don't use that acidity by eating red meat, you lose it. Your stomach becomes more alkaline. That's not the way your stomach is designed, because that acidity is there not only to eat red meat, but to mulch your food down, microsize it, so that your body absorbs all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the macros, like protein. Protein on the best of days is not easy to digest if you don't have a good stomach. This is one of the biggest problems in B12. That's why when I used to test B12 in my clinic days, the vast majority of people were low in it. And they said, well, doc, my doctor says it's normal. I said, I know, but normal isn't good for B12. It should be optimized. And nobody's ever overdosed on B12. You know? Oh, my B12 is high. That's good. It should be high. You know, if it gets flagged as high, doctors, but they forget because they didn't take any nutrition in school or supplements in school. They don't realize that B12 is a water-soluble vitamin. I mean, what's going to happen if your B12 is high? Nothing. Anyway, babies. Isn't that interesting? Babies born from mamas with poor levels of B12, they don't do as well in 3 areas. Anemia, down the road. 2, motor neuron development. And 3, their gut doesn't do as well. So you would think that every pregnant woman, and only women can get pregnant, I'm sorry if I've offended anyone, okay? You would think they'd be on B12. Now, in the prenatal, there's B12 enough for a mouse, not anything else, believe me. Anyway, interesting study, isn't it? Okay, that was number 1. Oh, here's another one on B12. Number 2. Confirming something that we have been telling our audience for years and years and years. One of the most popular medications is metformin, okay? Given to diabetics and pre-diabetics, like candy. Instead of changing their diet, doctors give out metformin, very, very popular drug for a pre-diabetic, which is really diabetes, and diabetes. Okay, so we all know about metformin. And we've all known for years that the metformin destroys B12 in the body. Okay? But listen, okay? We didn't know this part. Although, I think I've mentioned it before. This study is saying metformin, it lowers level of B12 in the body, one of its side effects, and vitamin D. And vitamin D. Like I said, guys, I put B12 and vitamin D together a lot. I really do. If I could get into every senior home in North America, I'd bring 2 vitamins with me, at least. But the 2 for sure, vitamin D and B12. And I would be giving them good doses of each. They would do so much better. They don't eat it enough, and they don't absorb it enough, and they don't get in the sun enough, and they don't get B12, and they don't get vitamin D. And a lot of them are on metformin on top of that. Okay? And just about every drug, by the way, even blood pressure medication, whatever, and every senior is just about, on statins, and it destroys B12. B12's a finicky vitamin. And this study is saying it's confirming metformin affects B12 levels big time and vitamin D levels, which we weren't sure about, but now the study seems to be confirming that. Folks, it's unreal. And let me tell you something else while I'm on metformin, because I'm going to bring you 2 medications, and there's a few others now. I call them designer drugs. Wegovy and what's the other one? And they're they're designer drugs to lose weight. They're diabetic medications. Somebody tell me, what's that other one called? I forgot. I'm having a brain cramp. Ozempic. Thank you very much, Rita. I had a brain cramp. Ozempic. I was watching a ball game the other night, and I see the big sign on the TV in a stadium. Ozempic. Ask your doctor. I shake my head, guys. A designer drug came out of Hollywood. People that want to lose weight. Do you know that the problem with those medications, they're legion. And people are so desperate to lose weight that they'll destroy their stomachs. It changes the peristalsis in the gut. Long-term effects are not good, but they're so popular they can't keep them in stock. And they destroy your B12 and they destroy your vitamin D on top of that. You can't absorb them. Anyway, I get a headache, guys, when I talk about designer drugs. I get a headache because it's not getting to the root cause of the issue. And, what did I say? Probably 100 podcasts ago. Okay? You're losing weight with Ozempic and Wegovy and others, but you're getting fatter. What? You're losing weight, but you're getting fatter. Because the weight that you lose with those designer drugs, you're losing muscle, not fat. You get fatter, and yet the scale is going down. You're getting more visceral fat, dangerous fat, because it's getting at muscle in your body. And you and I know that muscle is another organ. It's an endocrine. It's like your thyroid. It's a storage bin. There's muscle helps with insulin like no tomorrow. That's how important muscle is. And Wegovy and Ozempic, they go after muscle. You lose muscle, yeah, you're losing weight. Anyway, could you see the migraine? I like root causes, guys. Look, I understand weight loss. Believe you me, I understand it. But you gotta fix the issues. Well, first of all, you have to look at hormones. You gotta balance those. And you gotta get your insulin down. And you have to change fuels. And weight loss and the proper weight loss will result of that. You gotta give your body nutrients. It's really important. Okay, let me give you some good news. In case, 2 studies on coffee, 2 of them. 1, regular drinking of coffee. I'm just reading the headlines. It didn't come from me. You guys think that these coffee studies are made up in my head, and they're not. Although it's the real vitamin C. And here we go. 2 of them. Okay? 2 new studies on coffee, but just confirming what we already knew. Here's what it says. I'm going to read you the headline. Regular drinking of coffee. Okay? Not regular coffee, regular drinking of coffee. Whether it's caffeinated or decaf. Regular drinking of coffee helps cardiovascular disease, helps your heart. That's why I call it, it's one of the reasons I call it the real vitamin C. Okay? It's better. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's better than the other vitamin C, ascorbic acid. You know, when doctors tell you, I heard a doctor the other day tell a patient to drink orange juice. And I don't know if they could see it, steam was rising from coming out my ears. Steam. I was blowing a gasket. Well, you need vitamin C. Drink your orange juice. Ooh, the worst thing you can do is drink fructose. God wanted you to eat an orange, not drink an orange. Okay? Not to drink an orange, but to eat an orange. And I don't mind a little vitamin C. I don't. Okay? Ascorbic acid. I don't mind it. But it's nothing compared to the polyphenol, the multi-nutrient, the multi-vitamin and nutrient coffee. 1,000 phytonutrients in coffee. What a gift. I love it. And here's what it's saying. regular drinking of coffee helps diminish cardiovascular disease. Yeah, it's an antioxidant. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. And then a second study confirming what I've told you before. Drink coffee with a meal will lower your blood glucose response to that meal. Acts like metformin. Talking about metformin. And coffee don't destroy your B12. How do you like that? You can drink coffee and enjoy it. Enjoy it with your meal. They've shown, I talked about this 40 years ago. Drinking coffee with your meal acts like metformin. It lowers your blood sugar response. If it lowers your blood sugar response, you're going to need less insulin. Now, I'm not telling you to eat crappy. You know that. I'll never tell you to do that. But drinking coffee, would you just enjoy it? I know I'll get pushback because I get pushback from two groups when I talk about coffee. The tea drinkers. Okay? And people who bought the lies 50 years, that are 50 years old or older. And coffee's no good. Coffee's acidic. Coffee's a diuretic. Coffee is, and, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all. And I was always publicly and privately in my practice. Publicly in the media, publicly on my radio show, and privately in practice. I used to send tens of thousands of patients home with a plan to change their drinking habits. Okay? I was consistent. When I put them on the reset, and that was everybody and their dog that came to see me, by the way. Everybody and their dog would get the reset. I said, you're going to do a 30-day change of fuels. We're going to lower your inflammation. We're going to lower your insulin. We're going to do I want you to do the reset. And here's what you're going to drink. 2 things. You're going to drink water, and then I'd have men. Water? Water? I don't like water. How about I can drink? I said, no, you can't. You're going to drink water, and I'll tell you why. Because I tested your blood, and you got blood like molasses. Thick as molasses. And you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack. Now start drinking water, and in 3 weeks, you'll thank me. Okay? Suck it up, buttercup, is what I used to tell them. Quit being a big baby and drink water. Your body is like planet Earth. It's 75% water inside your body, and you're dehydrated. And you need to start drinking water, and you'll get used to it. And you'll thank me later. Now, suck it up, buttercup. Okay. And I don't negotiate with terrorists. Don't try negotiate. How about, Doc, I do this or do that? No. Water. For the rest of your life. Form a habit. And the sweet spot is 2 liters a day. Okay. Then, seriously, guys, this, I'm telling you the true story. I said, and then, I want you to drink water and coffee. Oh, goody, goody gumdrops. My doctor said I shouldn't have it, I have coffee. I said, no, I want you to drink coffee. On the reset, I want you to drink coffee. It'll help you on the reset. You're going to feel better. It's going to lower your sugars. It's going to lower your insulin response, which is the major reason I'm doing this. I want you to drink coffee. You mean I can drink coffee, Doc? Yeah. And I'll allow you to put a little cream in it, but not sugar. About 90% of the patients I saw wanted to give me a hug about, you're telling me you're actually encouraging me to drink coffee? I said, yep. I've been studying coffee for almost 50 years, and I'm going to tell you something. It's a multivitamin and nutrient. What? Yep. So think of it as a supplement that you enjoy. And I said, don't drink 20 cups of it, but at least 4. And they'd ask me about decaf. I went, Doctor, decaf. Well, I said, I got to drink decaf at night, because if I don't, I won't sleep. But I drink a decaf, a Swiss water, a decaf. I love it. It's a vitamin. It's better than the other vitamin C. I'm telling you. 100-fold. I used to tell my patients that. For you folks that miss me in practice, okay, who never came to my office, I had fun in my office. Okay? I really did. I had a ball because I was very, very in your face. Okay? I was very in your face. You want to be healthy? Then listen, Linda, and listen, Larry. We're going to start with food. And we're going to turn your thinking upside down. And then we're going to change your habits of drinking. No more soda. You're going to drink water. No more juice. Don't make a green juice. I don't want you drinking a green juice. Well, Dr. Martin, it's so good for me. No, it's not. Who told you that? How about carrot juice? No, eat a carrot. Don't drink it. Why are you drinking it? You're meant to eat it. I had a ball, but I was consistent. No more orange juice. Oh, Dr. Martin, it's Tropicana. I don't care. You're not supposed to drink it. Ooh. Anyway, I don't know why I got off on this. Oh, regular coffee drinking. That's why I got off on it. Okay, and the other thing, you can have a tea if you want, but tea's not as good as coffee. I'm sorry. It's not even close. Not even close. But you can have a tea, okay? I know some people don't like coffee. I feel sorry for you. Okay, guys. I got 1, 2, 3, at least 4 more studies or articles that I wanted to bring. But we'll figure that out the next time. Okay. We love you guys. We love you dearly. Send your questions in. Don't be shy. Okay? info@martinclinic.com. We love you. Talk to you soon.